Welcome to Cory's Conscious Living.
Hello, my favourite friend. If you haven't joined Cat Club yet, please talk to your mum, your dad, your guardians, your grandparents, whoever it is that's in charge, and ask them if you can join the Cat Club. You'll get 3 exclusive Heidi Cherry Vaya stories every month on the 7th of the month. I hope you can join and become part of the family. Namaste, my little friend. Enjoy your story. Are you ready to meditate with Cory? Lie down in your bed and make sure that you're comfortable and everything is just right in your room. The lights are just right. Your pajamas are good. Everything is perfect. So that you can lay and be still and quiet and listen to the story. Heidi Cherry Vaya had gone over to Mireille's house. Mireille was one of their friends and they loved to go visit her. They liked to do neighbourhood walks and walk around and meet all the different neighbours, be out in nature, and Heidi Cherry Vaya liked to say hi to their neighbourhood cat, Smokey. It was just a thing that they did together, along with lots of other things, because Mireille was a lot of fun and they had lots of stuff in common. One of the things that Cherry had in common with Mireille was they both had a very, very good sweet tooth. Cherry said, "Mireille, you know, while we walk around and we visit all of the different people in the neighbourhood like we like to do, shall we do something different this time? I want to show you, I want to tell you, I want to let you know about this thing that I've do. I've done it and I'm now going to say I do. Yeah, I do. This thing that I do, that I like to do, that uses your imagination. And what you do, right, and I think you'll be really good at it because I'm really good at it and I know that you're really good at it and you like anything sugary like I like anything sugary. So we'll both be really good at it and I think it'll be a lot of fun if we do it together. Anyway, what I do, right, is I pretend that everything in the world is made of something that I really, really like to eat. Like, for example, if you look over there on that road, there's all those houses, right? All of those houses are made of chocolate. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that if all those houses were made of chocolate? How yummy that would be. And guess what? You play. What would be the bestest thing inside that house that would be made of chocolate that would be absolutely delicioso? What would it be? Mireille said, I think a bed made of chocolate that you could lay in bed and eat the covers and eat your pillow and eat the mattress whenever you wanted chocolate. Cherry said, "Oh, that's absolutely amazing. Yeah, that's a really good idea. You know what I would do? I would have a chocolate toilet." No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't have a chocolate toilet. That would be really gross. No. Imagine though, sitting on a chocolate toilet and all your seat would, your bum would melt on the toilet seat. And that would be like, you'd stand up and you'd have all melted chocolate all over your tush. And that would look really funny. Yeah, no, chocolate toilets, no, they don't work. No, I think what I would do is I would make, like a chocolate carpet, and then whenever you lay down on the carpet you could just like lick it and it get all like soft underneath you because your body's warm, right? And then when your body's warm it melts the chocolate and the chocolate would go all soft and gooey, you know, like as if you put it in the microwave. I really like chocolate when you put it in the microwave, or when you warm it up on the stove, or when you leave it outside in the sun. It goes really warm and then it gets really soft and gooey like a lava of chocolate. Oh, like a river, a chocolate river. Mireille said, "Oh, the whole carpet could be a chocolate river." Cherry said, "Oh, yeah. Can you imagine? And every time you jumped off the chocolate sofa, you'd be like swimming in this chocolate river. Oh, can you imagine? And then, like, what's your favourite chocolate?" Mireille said, "I like any chocolate." Cherry said, "Oh, I know, me too, right. Don't really have a favourite. But you know what I do like though? I must admit, I do like those balls. Those like chocolate balls. What they call with that really fancy name. Like it's, I think it's Paris. It's a Paris accent. No, Heidi, what's them balls I like? Them chocolate balls with the really fancy name. You know, that sound like the Paris. You know what I mean?" Heidi and Vaya were walking behind, Mireille and Cherry in front, and Heidi said, "I think you're talking about Ferrero Rochers." "That's it," said Cherry. "So fancy. I really like those because they're like chocolate, and then they have that biscuity part to them that's really crunchy in your mouth, and then inside they've got like this really, really nice like hazelnut praline chocolatey. It's just delicious. It's like, you know what, Mireille? You know what? You can get like a whole jar of that stuff that's on the inside. Isn't that right, Heidi? Isn't that right? Heidi, isn't that right? What's it called? Heidi said, "Do you mean Nutella?" "Yeah, that! Mireille, you can get a whole jar of what's inside of those Ferrero Rochers thingies, those really fancy chocolates. You know what I would do? You know what I would do in my chocolate house? I would have a chocolate shower that let out Ferrero Rochers all out, like in the holes in the shower. Instead of water coming out, I would have those, like falling out into the bathtub. And then if you put the plug in the bathtub, in your chocolate bathtub, then they would just collect, wouldn't they? Because they wouldn't go down the drain, and they just collect and collect and collect." Mireille said, "Oh, that sounds so nice." Cherry said, "I know, right? I know. That's why we're such good friends. We have so much in common. What other things do you like to eat that's really sweet? Do you like cookies?" Mireille said, "Of course I like cookies. Who doesn't like cookies?" Heidi said, "Well, if we're playing this game, I think I would have, instead of leaves on the trees, I would have all different flavoured cookies all over the trees, and then you could just pick the cookies off the trees whenever you wanted a cookie. How cool would that be?" Cherry said, "Oh, Heidi, that's an amazing idea. That's a really good idea. Do you like that idea, Mireille? Do you like it? Mireille said, "Oh yes, I do. I like that. That's a very good idea. I would have chocolate chip. I would have lemon cookies. I would have double chocolate chip cookies. I would have strawberry cookies. I would have..." Cherry said, We get the message. You'd have every single flavour cookie. I know. That's an amazing idea. Vaya, what would you do? What would you do if this whole world was made of something sweet? What would you do?" Vaya said, "Me would have to make the cars made of ice cream, because then every car that went past, you could lick it as it went past, and it would be a different flavour ice cream." Cherry said, Vaya, OMG, Vaya, that's a really good idea. Bit dangerous, like, you know, you'd have to be careful with your tongue, wouldn't you? Sticking your tongue out every time a car went past. Don't you think, Mireille, that you might lose your tongue, but you might not. Actually, it's really a risky idea. It's risky, and I like a bit of danger, and I like a bit of fun. I like it. I do like that idea. I think it'd be really good. Right, so far we have houses made of chocolate. We have the leaves on the trees made of cookies. And then we have ice cream cars. Mireille, what would you do? What would you do if you had the amazing imagination that you have, right? Because we know you have. What would you make sweet right now on this street? Look around. What would you make? What would you do? She looked around. She looked at the sky. The trees had already had an idea. The houses had already had an idea. The cars had already had an idea. So, like, what was she thinking? She said, I have it. How about the roads being made of toffee caramel? said Cherry. OMG, can you imagine? Can you imagine, like walking across the road and getting your paws stuck in the toffee because it's made of toffee, and then you could just like pick up a paw and kind of lick it, and it'd be like, oh, you know what it'd be like? It'd be like on Halloween, not Halloween. Yeah, Halloween. Is it Halloween when you have those toffee apple thingies? Is that what you make for Halloween? You know, like in England, they have this thing and it's called bonfire night, right? And on bonfire night, everybody like makes a fire and they make toffee apples and they make baked potatoes in the fire and they make all sorts of stuff like that. But I remember Cory said one time that when she was little, they used to make toffee apples every year, and they used to make toffee, and then they dip the apples in the toffee, and then you eat the toffee apple, and it's crispy toffee, but then chewy as well, so you have to be careful because your teeth might fall out. And that's what they do on bonfire night. And I think they do that in the States, don't they? Don't they make toffee apples in the States for Halloween? I think they do. Anyway, toffee apples made from the caramel Toffee Roads. Oh, that sounds so delicious. You could just dip your paw in and pretend your paw is a toffee apple and then just look at it. Don't bite it though. Vaya, if we're going to do this, don't bite your paw, okay? And Heidi, if we're going to do this, don't bite your paw. And Mireille, don't bite your hand because it's not a toffee apple, it's just a hand with toffee on it. Anyway, yeah, I think that's a really good idea. So, in this world of everything made of something sweet, what else would you do? What would you do? Think about it. You could have swimming pools made of milkshake. You could have the ocean. What would you make the ocean of? You know what I would do? I would make the ocean hot chocolate. So that when you swam in it, it weren't cold. Because you know, sometimes when you go on holiday and you get in the ocean and you get in the sea, it's so freezing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's freezing and you can't feel your toes. And then you're definitely not going to swim in it because you get in and you're like, oh, that's cold. I'm not going in that. I'll absolutely freeze my toesies off if I go in that. No, I'm not going to go in that. But you know what? If the ocean was made of hot chocolate, then you would, wouldn't you? You'd be like, oh, this is delicious. You'd be like backstroking, just resting away, swimming in hot chocolate, going slurping it to the side with a straw whenever you wanted a little drink. There's me hot chocolate. Get out of here, fish. We don't need any fish in me hot chocolate. We just need hot chocolate. Thank you very much. Mireille said, but then what about everything that lives in the ocean? Cherry said, oh, stop being so smart. Yeah, well, I don't know about that. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I'd have to possibly rethink the ocean. Maybe just part of the ocean is made of hot chocolate and then the rest is normal. But then I'd have to figure out some kind of barrier that stops the salty seawater with all those fishes in it going into me hot chocolate. Yeah. Heidi, can you get your brains on that, please? And come up with a really smart idea on how to make part of the ocean hot chocolate and part of the ocean not hot chocolate. But you know what? We are only using imagination, so we don't have to make everything correct, do we, Mireille? We don't have to be that smart. Anyway, yeah. So, Cherry and Mireille walked around the neighbourhood. They finally got to the house where Smokey the cat was, and they hung out with Smokey the cat for a while. Smokey the cat said he would like all of the clouds to be made from icing sugar. Big, fluffy balls of puffy white icing sugar, just puffing around in the sky. Everyone liked that idea. Who doesn't like icing sugar? You know, you could eat it with a spoon, couldn't you? It's so yummy. And then finally, they went back to Mireille's house. They all got comfy upstairs in her bedroom. They did some singing together. Mireille made up a song about her brother Max. My brother Max is awesome. My brother Max is really cool. My brother Max is really awesome, but I don't like him telling me what to do. My brother Max is really awesome. My brother Max is really cool. My brother Max is awesome, but I don't like him telling me what to do. Cherry thought it was an excellent song. They all took turns making up songs. Cherry's song went something to do with how the world would be made of chocolate. I love my chocolate. Oh, yes, I do. And if I could choose, the world would be made of chocolate too. They were all awesome at making up songs. Heidi made up a song. Vaya made up a song. Vaya's song was made up of a prince that was made from candy canes. What a wonderful idea. Candy cane prince. This way, he'd always smell nice, just like a peppermint, said Vaya. It would be a really cool idea if the world had lots of different princes made of peppermint. That would be very nice, everyone thought. Eventually, it was time for the cats to go home and Mireille to go to bed. When the cats got home, they settled down in their bed, the big, soft, comfortable bed, snuggled into one another. Talked about their day and how awesome their friend Mireille was. How the next time they went to visit, they were going to make up everything in a theme park and what that would be made of if everything in a theme park would be made of chocolate or sugar or something that was candy-like and yummy-like. But for now, they needed to go to bed and sleep. They needed to relax their paws, the tails, relax their noses and their ears, relax their bodies, close their eyes, take a nice big deep breath, and let go of the day and just sleep. Have the bestest sleeps, dreaming about a world made of chocolate. How cool would that be? The end.